Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be taking you through a glute focused mini sequence that is going to burn. I can't lie to you. So we're gonna do it together though. So that's, I guess, the good news, maybe? You're gonna need a chair and you're gonna need a dumbbell. Now, if you don't have a dumbbell, that's okay. You can do this body weight and it will still be pretty intense. We have 3 exercises and we're performing each exercise for 15 reps. The last one we're performing for 30, okay? We're gonna start with a single leg hip thrust. And we'll do the first set body weight just to warm everything up. And then the second and third set we will be doing with the weight if that's available to you. So for those of you that are coming back to this workout for the second, third, fourth, 100th time, of course, if you want to go ahead and start with the weight, go ahead and do so. So from the hip thrust, I want you to place your shoulder blades onto the edge of the chair or the sofa if that's all you have. Your hips are going to be lifted, belly draws in, tailbone tucks. Now, a hip thrust position is like so. A single leg hip thrust position means we take one leg off and we're going to lower the hips and drive up. So let's go for it. But the key things I want you guys to watch is that your tailbone is tucked, the belly is pulled in. You're really squeezing to draw the pubic bone up towards your rib cage. I like to keep my head lifted so my spine is slightly flexed. It helps me to get a more honest hip extension. Drop the hips down, drive it up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, do you hate me yet? 10, 5 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, changing sides, lift off. Now, if that was like absolutely unavailable to you, you can take a B stance where you place the other leg down on the floor, but you still focus on working the supporting leg. So see how my right foot is flat? That's the working leg. My toes are raised. That's a not so working leg. It's just a supporting leg. So from here, we drive up. Let's go. 1, make your choice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Beautiful. Coming down. We're going to come into our second exercise in a second. You guys rest while I talk you through the execution, and we will be starting in about 15 seconds. So, bottom leg is bent as well, top leg is bent as well. Driving down with the foot and the knee, pushing the elbow into the floor. You're going to lift your hips off. Rib cage pulls in, belly pulls in, and then we're going to lower the hips down to the floor. 15, one side, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I move fast. 5, 6. The idea of this is to ensure that we're kind of explosive with this movement. This makes it a little bit harder. If you want to go a little slower, that's okay too. Last one, changing sides. Flip it around. Let's set everything up perfectly first. So bottom leg is bent, the knee is forward. If your hip is in alignment with your knee, you're in the wrong position. So always make sure that knee stays forward. Belly pulls in, ribs are down, push into the floor, shoulder is active, core is tight, hand on the hip, lift the hips off. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Perfect. Okay, last but not least, final exercise before we take a little rest and then move into the dumbbell variation. So I'm going to place my heels onto the chair, and from here I'm going to lift my hips off. Again, key thing here is ribs stay down, tailbone tucks. This is more focusing on the hamstrings, but your glutes will fire as well. Okay, we're ready to go. Arms by your side, palms facing up so that you're not cheating and gripping into the floor. Lift, hold it here for a second. Just really tuck that tailbone. Belly pulls in, lower down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you remember how many reps we got here? 9, 10, it's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put your mind in the muscle. 7, 8. Really try to fire those hamstrings. 10. Good. One more 10 block to go. 2, 3, 4. 5. How are you feeling in the hamstrings? 6, 7, squeeze your glutes to 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. We have about 30 seconds of rest before we go into our second set. So while you guys are resting, I want to talk you through this positioning of the hip thrust because it's such a great exercise. It really helps to build the glutes kind of out that way. Okay, not so big, but it helps to build them that way. The stuff that we do on the side is building them out to the side. So this is all about balancing the movement to facilitate the shape that we may be wanting to develop in our glutes, okay? That's been about 30 seconds. So the key thing with this hip thrust position is that I need you guys to not be in an arched back. I need you to tuck your tailbone and drive your hips up to the ceiling, drive your pubic bone towards your chin. Let's go for it. So the working leg, for me, that's my left to begin with. The weight is going to be over that side. My other leg is going to be lifted. You have to kind of awkwardly move the weight around a little bit to find the right position. Knee in towards the chest, lower down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 to go, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Beautiful, changing sides. Now, if you're finding that you can't maintain good form, you're not gonna maintain it with the dumbbell, okay? Regress as needed. You're gonna come back to this over time. Let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Beautiful. Okay, I want to remind you guys, if I'm moving too fast, then play this video back slower, or hit pause, or keep working through your reps, even if I'm on the rest period, okay? Yes, I want you guys to be explosive, but that explosivity is only going to be available when you're able to execute with good form, good clean form. So give your body time and your brain time to get used to the exercises. All right, you ready? Belly in, core tight. I've placed the weight on my hips. I'm not placing it on my top knee. This is a common misconception. People place the weight there and it works the top leg more than it's working what we're trying to work, which is the bottom leg, okay? So weight here. If it's uncomfortable for you, then just go ahead and do body weight. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Beautiful. Changing sides. I'll try and take a really long time to change sides so that you guys get a nice little rest or can finish your extra reps. Placing that weight on top. Bottom leg is bent, core is tight, ribs are in. Key thing here, guys, don't flop up and down. Try to keep everything nice and tight and taut. So we take that breath here, and then I'm exhaling on every rep. Let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Beautiful, guys. Place that dumbbell to the side. Get ready for our hip thrust. Now, with a hip thrust, something I didn't explain is that I like to keep with this glute bridge, I like to keep my chin tucked in. And the reason for that, again, same reason I do it on the hip thrust, is to maintain this nice elongated spine. It's a slightly rounded spine so that I know that I am truly getting hip extension. Now this is for hamstrings, so it's a little bit different. You don't need to fully kind of get this tuck, but it does make a difference and works all the way right up into that underbum section as well as your butt. Okay, so belly in, chin in, tailbone tucks. Drive the heels into the chair. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna make this a little more concentrated now, so don't rush. 9 and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hold here. I want you to think about where you're at in your mind. I want you to really pull focus, pay attention to sensation. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, we're almost there, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Hold and release. Perfect. How was that? We've got our final set, okay? Let's get ready. Pick the variation that you know you're gonna be able to execute. If you feel like you can handle it with a dumbbell, go ahead. But key thing here, guys, this tailbone needs to be tucked, and I need you to get that full extension. If you are getting here, okay, look at that position. You're not really working your glute. In fact, my glutes actually relaxed. My hamstring's active and my lower back is active. So put the dumbbell away if you're not able to get there, and instead work on form. Squeeze, squeeze each time. I would rather you be doing it with better form, not just because it's quote unquote safer, but because it's actually more effective, so that by the time your body adapts and you pick up that weight, you're gonna be doing this movement efficiently, beautifully, safely, more importantly, efficiently, okay? And you'll carve, sculpt, build, whatever word you want to use, the muscles that you actually want to, right? Unless you're here trying to grow a big ass lower back, which I'm sure you're probably not, then a big ass lower back. I need to work on my delivery. All right, drive that foot down into the floor. Okay, glute squeeze. I like to kind of get set up with the pelvic positioning before I even start the exercise. We're on our last set, so we can take our time. I'm gonna hold that dumbbell in place, lift my right leg off. Let's go, lower down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Really concentrate on your butt, guys. 13, 14, 15. Beautiful. Changing sides. If you're starting to feel your lower back, shift it up, drop that weight, or put the foot down for the B stance variation. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, mind in the muscle. 5, 10 to go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, hold. Beautiful, put it down. Perfect. That's it. You're done on the single leg hip thrust. That's great. Okay, let's grab this, place it on if you're going for this weighted variation. Bottom leg is down. We want to make sure that the hip is flexed, not in an extended position, okay? As you get tired, your hips are going to start to travel forward, but you want to make sure they're just going up and down. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Beautiful. Okay, changing sides. So guys, by the way, my microphone cut out here, so I have given you a little voiceover instead. But as you can see, I did the exercise. So bottom leg is bent, driving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, things are hurting, 12, 13, 14, 15. Beautiful. Okay, so moving that dumbbell off to the side, getting ready to do our hamstring curls or our glute bridges with the hamstring focus. Coming onto your back, lifting your hips, tuck your tailbone, make sure that you can feel your hamstrings work, your glutes work, driving the feet into the floor. 1, 2, 3, keep your head lifted. 4, belly draws in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Almost there. Let's go. 21, 22, 23, 24, tailbone tucks, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Keep squeezing, and release. Perfect. Well done, guys. I hope you enjoyed that workout. Alrighty, thanks so much for joining me for that workout. Don't you love it when you have technical difficulties? I hope that it wasn't too distracting when the voiceover dropped in, but to be fair, I did those reps with you and I was struggling and they were the last reps and it was painful. But the one thing that I wanted to say at the end of this was, please make sure that you utilize this workout as something that you come back to. So you can tag this onto the end of a leg day or a leg session that you do, or you could use it to break up your day, particularly if you know you're gonna be sitting on a chair all day and you feel like your glutes are starting to atrophy, which is the fancy word for like basically disappear. Another thing that I would do, especially for my yoga crew, is that I would make sure that I was performing this particular sequence either before a yoga session or afterwards. So if you've already done a yoga session and you've come to this to tag on, amazing. If you just did it and you're sort of feeling like, you know what, I feel warm, I feel good, I'm ready to do some more, tag on one of my yoga videos. It doesn't matter which one, just try to get one of them in, because it's really great to be able to do some really good glute work before you head into a yoga session. Why? Because you're going to start to bring the glutes into your yoga practice a lot more. And the yoga practice is, particularly the asana practice at least, is notoriously lacking in its glute focus. And this can lead to issues in the knee, the back, can lead to various different issues that you just don't want because you want to keep practicing yoga forever, I hope. Thank you so much for practicing, and if you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up because it helps to support the channel. I will see you guys again soon. Ow, my butt. Ow. My poor butt.